as well.
Beautiful. Mm. Mm. Sorry, I can't help it. Hey guys, Greg Hudson here, host of America's Best Restaurants. And as you can see, we are at Fish Camp on Lake Eustis, man. And the view is enough, but get ready for this, fresh and local. Those are the words of the day. I'm talking about a shrimp scampi to die for, and get ready for a grouper Reuben. Trust me on this one, and if you've never had sea beans, you are gonna love this episode. And Jim has a map on the wall and he can tell you where everything gets sourced from. So let's go in, grab a bite, get a view at Fish Camp on Lake Eustis. Okay, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Mm-hmm. I did not expect to walk into this place. And you said art gallery when we were in the other room, right? And I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's probably got some paintings on the wall.
Yeah.
No, sir. You legit have an art gallery.
Yes.
In here.
Yeah.
How did this begin? And again, the fact that these are all local artists, how does that work? Can people buy this artwork, or is it just to showcase? How's that?
No, actually, it's all for sale. So we don't take anything for it. It all goes to the artist.
Really?
So we just blessed to have it on our walls. It's great. Matter of fact, they actually we let them put it up because they know how to measure better than I do.
They just come in and like, okay, here's your spot. Yeah. Here's your spot right here. Now go ahead and hang it the way you'd like.
Exactly. Yeah. So he was here yesterday. One of the Tim Vaughn, one of the artists, he was here yesterday to hang up some more of his artwork. So we're blessed to have them, and we found them early on when we first opened. This was an idea for this room, was to have it as an art gallery, and it became we found like 4 amazing artists right off the bat. So we were very lucky.
And you mentioned something there that I want you guys to understand is really important. You have the art gallery here, and you're utilizing local artists, but for you, it truly is about showcasing something that's local. The fact you're like, we don't take any profits. All the money goes to the artist. I mean, that tells me that it's more important to have things here that are local and that represent what's going on in this area. Yeah. The fact that you do that, man, that's a big deal, man. That's really cool that you're showcasing not just the food, not just the purveyors, but even the people in this area. That's important to you.
Yeah, and we have local musicians on the weekends as well. Saturdays and Sundays, and we do have a lot of day drinkers here. So it's during the day, 1 to 4 p.m. is our time slot for music. So we have a lot of great local musicians in this area.
Hold on. You said we have a lot of day drinkers here. So you cater to the day drinkers, babe. You're like, let's get a musician in this bad boy.
Yeah, so we keep
let's get it pouring.
Yes.
I'll be really honest. You know what? Now that you say it, if I had a day off and I'm gonna work the next day, right? This view at this lake, and I got the day off.
Oh, exactly.
You're damn right I'm coming in for a little drink, little music, watch the sunset.
Yeah.
And what a great place to do that.
Yeah, and Saturday we have Rob Nichols playing, and we have a boat culture here. The people love to come by boat, so they'll have like 12, 15 boats tied up, and then it's just it's a party. It's a lot of fun.
I can see. This feels like it could be a lot of fun.
It's a great area. We love it.
Well, let's get into this pasta, man, because we took a brief look in the back, and Chef This is a special dish, man. This is not just like, hey, here is a vat of scampi sauce. Let's pour it on pasta. Talk me through this and the way Chef prepares this.
What he does, he heats up the main thing, the butter and the garlic. He stirs them together so that the garlic oil and the butter doesn't separate, and it creates a nice base sauce. And he has the tomato scallions and parsley as well, for color and for taste and texture. So it's garlic. You get garlic butter, a little wine. It's a great sauce.
Well, first of all, you're right. I mean, we eat with our eyes first, right? Mm-hmm. Like my field producer Austin, he eats with his camera first, as he always likes to say. Mm-hmm. And you're right. The colors on this are beautiful. I love the herbs they're added in at the end to get that brightness of green. Yeah. And then the tomato in there, that red. Shrimp just cooked beautifully. They look gorgeous. Mm-hmm. So and now before we dig in here. So you're telling, is this made to order every single time?
Yes. Yes,
So if you get busy Saturday night and we get 20 orders of this, Chef's making these. I mean,
of course you can make like 2,
more
3
than one at a time. But my point is, like,
these
are made to order.
Yes, it's actually more consistent that way because we you know, you get used to making it, you know, from scratch each time, and then it becomes second nature.
And I get that, but when you're in a busy restaurant like this, that's not always easy to do. That's what I'm saying here. That's pretty special, man. Well, let's come on. We dig in. Let's like a little like Lady in the Tramp here. That's what we're gonna do. This smells incredible. What do you think? Did chef do all right for you?
Where to go? Passage inspection.
And I can tell you're probably a meticulous guy. You seem to know every intricacy about this restaurant, for sure.
Nice.
And it's yours, so you should. But
Yeah.
you're very detailed with it. All right, here we go. I wanted this tomato so bad. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay.
Hey, you'll love that sauce.
You can tell that's made to order. You know what stands out? Sorry, I'm talking my mouthful here. You know what stands out to me is that garlic in that sauce, that garlic in that butter. Man, that garlic just tastes so fresh.
Yep.
And that's, man, the sauce, to me, this is the best way I can describe it. I don't know how else to describe this. A scampi sauce, I don't think you would normally describe it this way. Maybe it's because it's fresh. It's velvety. I'm getting like a velvety texture. Maybe it's the butter.
Yeah, the butter blending with the garlic. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great, man. Let's dig in. And man, great call with the tomato, because that's giving me a little burst of brightness.
Yeah.
Because that garlic and the butter, man, that can be rich, right? Man, that tomato is just bursting with brightness. I love that.
And the freshness as well.
Beautiful. Sorry, I can't help it. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Are all of your dishes as fresh?
Yes, well, we try to make everything to order. Otherwise, we don't have anything that's, God forbid, pre-breaded or
Right.
You know, we do it all.
Well, I'm gonna go meat, chef. But sorry, I'm like, I ate too much. What's this Reuben that you have?
Well, the Black and Grouper Reuben, we did it as our first special when we first opened, and it just took off. I mean, there's, it's such a great lunch dish. It's very filling and delicious, and it's like the Reuben, but it's instead of your corned beef, you have your Black and Grouper, which gives the little saltiness.
So a Reuben with fish?
Yeah.
I've never seen it on the menu.
And grouper goes well with it, I think, as a fish. It's more it's a stronger tasting fish, so it goes well with the sauerkraut and the pepper jack and the Thousand Island on the deli rye. So, and you'll see how he makes it.
Well, that's my thing. Is fish gonna? Pardon me. Is fish gonna hold up on a Reuben with that crowd?
Yes, it does.
It works?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well. Here's what we're gonna
Especially
do.
the grouper is a good one.
I'm gonna clear my throat because I ate way too much spaghetti. It went down the side of my chest. But a Reuben with grouper.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a shot.
Okay.
Let's go. All right. See you in the kitchen. All right. Made my way back to the kitchen now. This is Chef Troy.
How you guys doing?
And okay, I'm gonna be really honest here. I've had tons of Reubens in my day, all over the country. Are you telling me we're having a Reuben with fish?
Yes, sir. Grouper Reuben, absolutely.
I've never had a Reuben with fish before. I'm not quite sure what to expect.
Well, it's sort of like a traditional Reuben with our little twist on it, and I can show you how we do it.
Let's go. I love you got everything laid out fresh.
Absolutely.
So it's, let's
start off with
I don't know what to expect. Let's go.
Start off with a little butter on the grill.
Already I like where we're going.
Yeah,
not bad.
Yeah, butter makes it
so
taste
far.
better. You know, we want to get it toasted on both sides is the trick. A little quick toast on one side.
And you're using that rye the way you would expect with a traditional
Yeah, just like
Reuben.
a traditional Reuben. Now we use that butter to keep the grouper from sticking to the flat top here. Want to get a nice, healthy portion on there.
Not mad at that either.
You know, and a little more butter.
This is my guy right
Yeah,
here. This is my kind of chef.
And we got a little blackened seasoning. That gives you a little spice on that fish there, a little seasoning. Then we don't want to overcoat it, and we don't want to over toast the bread either, because that's the inside. That's how we're going to keep it crisp. That's how we're going to keep it crisp.
Okay.
Now we want to, when we flip it over, add a little Thousand Island to that.
So you're adding that while it's still on the flat top?
Oh yes, sir, because I don't want that sauce to be cold in your mouth. I'd rather it be a little warm. See?
Ah.
Now
All right, chef.
we like to use the juice from the sauerkraut. See, that helps us melt the, and we use pepper jack on ours. Like I said, we like a little spice. You see where
Whoa,
I'm
so we're
with
going
that?
cheese right on top
Oh
of the kraut.
yeah, absolutely. Because what we want to do is let that cheese melt into the kraut, so every single bite tastes exactly the same every time. We don't want.
I
Yes, sir.
have never seen anything like this.
Yep,
before.
absolutely, sir.
This
We don't
is
want.
crazy.
We do not want each bite to taste different. We want every single bite to taste exactly the same. A little more butter.
And you take that. That's my guy. But you take it seriously because you're making sure. What I love, and they're all right next to each other, so the flavors just meld together. it looks like.
Exactly. And then yeah, exactly. Every single bite for 20 years, I've wanted every single bite to taste the same. I don't care if it's pickles on a burger or if it's sauerkraut on a Reuben.
I'm with you, man. I like when everybody's consistent and flavorful. It's kind of like sometimes when if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. You're having a sandwich, you get to the end, and it's nothing but crust and bread, and you've lost the inside.
Exactly. Who wants that? Who wants that? We got to get that nice and cooked. We want it about a, mid-well at the point that we're gonna move this over, put it right on top of the meat, and let it finish so that we don't overcook the kraut. So we kind of give ourselves a little mix up there. Oh yeah, all the love. That's the last ingredient, by the way, is love. Let it steam for just a few seconds.
You are not messing around. You are like boom, boom, boom. You're all over this. Goodness.
Now we're gonna wanna.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
Does that look like it's gonna fit on that bun? We're gonna make it fit. Promise
See,
you.
I would prefer it falling off the edges, baby.
Absolutely.
Rather than get to the edge of the sandwich and there's nothing left.
So we're gonna take this and plate it up. Now we have a nice healthy portion.
Look
right?
at that.
Bring it right over here to the bun. Oh yeah. We want it falling right off of there because we got hungry people here, you know what I mean? We want to feed them all. Stick it right on there.
Get out of here. I mean, it looks like a Reuben.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I guess you know what it is, Chef? I didn't know what to expect. I mean, when you talked me through it, first of all, watching you make it was incredibly impressive. And I love that I didn't know if we were getting like a giant fillet of fish, but the way that it's kind of mixed together, and you brought up such a good point. By mixing everything like that, you're going to get a flavorful bite in each bite that you get.
Exactly.
So I guess let's dig in.
Yeah,
man.
let's dig in. Tell me what you think.
Let's go. And again, man, you mentioned it. This is edge to edge filling. It's falling over the side, and that's what you want in any kind of sandwich. All right, here we go.
You taste that acidity in the sauerkraut. Oh, that pepper jack, just enough spice, right?
Brother. That's outstanding. That's fantastic.
That's one of our biggest sellers. Everybody likes it.
That fish tastes phenomenal. Number one, it tastes fresh, but you know what else it does? I love the little kick on the spice mix that you put on there. That seasoning. But that fish acts just like a vessel for flavor.
Yeah.
Because grouper's a delicate fish. It's a light fish. It'll take on seasoning,
Exactly.
right? And whatever seasoning you're using, I don't know if you can tell us or not, but that blackened seasoning on there, man, that fish carries it so well.
Exactly. It just absorbs the flavors.
Yes.
And it's great. Like it's very juicy, and every bite, the juice just kind of drains into the back of your mouth. You get all the flavors.
And I think you nailed it right there. Of course you did, because it's your sandwich. But the way you described it resonated with me, because you're right. It does. The grouper carries the flavor.
Exactly.
What's that kick I'm getting? Is it from the seasoning or from the pepper jack?
Well, you have there's some red pepper flakes in the jack cheese,
Which I love.
Yeah, and but our blackening spice is amazing. So most of the heat you're getting is from that, but red pepper flakes are near and dear to my heart.
Oh, brother, let's go. I'm gonna be really honest, man. When I heard we were gonna have a grouper Reuben, I was a little hesitant.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I don't know, man. Maybe they're just trying to get cute with it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're the fish camp.
Right, right.
We're the fish camp, so we're gonna get cute. We're gonna make a
Right.
fish Reuben. I'm like, oh, you might have maybe stepped one step too far.
Right.
Brother, no sir. This is outstanding.
Good. We aim to please. We aim to
Man,
please.
chef. Let's
I'm
go.
gonna take another bite if that's
Mhm.
on.
I gotta hand it to you. I mean, that's next level, and that's something nobody else is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And you're, again, I don't mean to keep harping on it, but it's something you don't expect, and it's something no one else is doing. But you do it, and it's so great. I don't know that anybody else could do that. Like watching you put it together, I don't think someone could replicate that unless they came and worked with you to figure out what you're doing here, because it's so unique.
Love is the secret.
It's so unique. All right, well, I'll tell you this. A little heat dancing on the back of my palate.
All right, you might need something to drink.
Your brother, I'm going to say, man, I need a drink. So I'll see you guys at the bar with Jim.
All right, thanks for coming in.
Okay, Chef was right. I do need a drink after that group of Reuben, which was outstanding. And after you and I were talking earlier, you told me that people come here to day drink and listen to music. So we have to
Lake
do a
County.
scene at the bar. You got to
Yes.
do it. If people are coming in to day drink and listen to music, how do you not do a segment at the bar? Especially because, just to circle back to where things started today, you're so passionate about using local ingredients, even at the bar.
Oh yeah.
So
Yes,
talk
we
us
do.
through what we got and what we're
Yeah.
going to be tasting and what you're making.
Yeah, all of these are locally sourced distilled beverages. We have some over there, some the local craft beers in the can, and then we have craft beer on the tap that's all local and all excellent. We've tried them all a few times. So, in any case, we have
My kind of guy.
yeah, we have this Yalaha. One of our favorite partners is Yalaha Bootlegging over in Yalaha, about 15 minutes south of us, and that's we are the biggest seller of their moonshine. And we came up. This was this cocktail we created. It was actually during the week we were off, getting ready to reopen after the tornado. So we call this the Tavares Tornado. It's a cranberry moonshine cocktail with
This one's
lemonade.
called a Tavares Tornado?
Mhm.
Whoa. You said, you kind of brushed over this. You're like, oh yeah, after the tornado.
Yeah.
What do you mean a tornado? What?
We had July 4th of 2018. We had had a packed house. Started raining around 2 o'clock, and we had a musician was singing Thunder Rolls around 2:30 and 30 seconds when the tornado hit. Took off damaged the roof to the patio, and took off the roof over the art gallery. As a matter of fact, yeah, where we were sitting. Right above that was where the roof was.
So it was serious.
Oh yeah, it was very it was very expensive advertising, you could say. I guess
Sure.
we got on because of the fact that nobody was injured. It was quite a news story. We were on all over the channels I was doing interviews for days after that because of the uniqueness of the event. But nobody was hurt, thank God, and we got a lot of publicity for it, unfortunately. But it was
safe though. That's the
yes,
thing.
we made it through that.
Now wait, he wasn't really playing the Thunder Rolls. Are you
He
serious?
was playing Thunder Rolls
By Garth Brooks.
So we had him come back for the 4th of July the next year, and Channel 6 was here filming him play Thunder Rolls at 2:30 p.m. So, but it was a beautiful weather and everything.
Oh, I was gonna say, if I come in and the brothers out there playing Thunder Rolls, I'm running. I want no part of it.
Yeah.
So you, I think it's kind of smart. You took it and you just,
Yeah, we
hey,
made
let's
it.
have some.
So we
Everybody's
made it.
safe. Let's have some fun. Let's make a drink after.
Life gives you tornadoes, make cocktails out of it, right? So that's what we do.
That's a T-shirt.
Yeah, there it is. So this is here's the tornado, and we're doing is very simple. We're going to do a good shot of this stuff here. It's Yalaha's cranberry moonshine.
And this is a local moonshine, you said.
Yeah. It's the McCormick family, Doug McCormick down there. They do a great job. And they're actually expanding it. They're building a whole nother building to go along with it. So they're doing very phenomenally well. This is a little cranberry juice to kick it up.
And what was that you put in right before the cranberry?
Cranberries. This is the cranberry. This is the moonshine.
Moonshine cranberry.
Little cranberry juice and lemonade.
Oh,
Fresh, and
wonderful.
we make fresh squeeze our own lemonade. Actually, that's a locally sourced juice. Natalie's out of Orchid Island, down by Vero. Yeah.
By the way, if you're watching at home, there's going to be a quiz later on all of the local vendors and purveyors that he talked about. I mean, he knows you. I mean, the back of your hand, this person here, this person. The person that makes it. You know their wife's name. You know where they. I mean, this is crazy, man.
Yeah.
I love your dedication to local.
Oh yes, thanks.
So that's the tornado.
Yes, the tornado. This one is the one we came up with for the original moonshine, and it's because we call it a failure to communicate, because this is the Cool Hand Luke story was right here in Tavares in Lake County. So we came up with this on a Cool Hand Luke day one year, and we use the original moonshine to make like a hibiscus margarita.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
So yeah, so you would do some ice.
And this is the same
Yeah.
spirit company.
Yeah, this is Yalaha as well. Yeah, we have a number of them. We have a blueberry lemonade with just the Fish Camp Sunset, and we have we have a blueberry whiskey sour. We make with their blueberry brandy.
Talking about language.
Yeah.
You know what? I think if I lived here, I'd be one of those locals from 1 to 4 that's hanging out at the bar drinking these. Hey, let me ask you something, man.
Yeah.
So you said that this is local moonshine, and I know for myself, maybe some of you at home too. You think about when you hear moonshine, everybody kind of thinks of that like Tennessee and the mason jar kind of thing. What is this? Is this different? Is it unique?
Oh yeah.
Compared to what people think in their mind's eye when they think of moonshine.
Well, you think Tennessee, you think corn, bourbon. So it's a corn-based moonshine.
Right.
We here do a sugar-based, because Florida sugar. You have also Lake County blueberries, which they have a farm called Blue Bayou, and that's with these folks. And you can go there and pick your own blueberries, and during the season, which is coming up. So, and then they use blueberries and with the sugar from the blueberries and cane sugar, they make the moonshine. So it's a little different. It's a little more like a little sweeter, a little more like a rum, you know. But it's
okay, yeah, because rum you kind of get that cane sugar.
Yeah.
Right. So this has, but again, local blueberries, local sugar.
Yeah, exactly. So this is basically like a hibiscus concentrate with simple syrup. And we put that in there to make the failure to communicate. And there we go. Actually, might need a little more. There we go. So, okay. And then shake it up. So this is our mason jar. We have a tahini rim.
So explain to me what's the tahini?
Tahini is a Mexican chili and lime spice. Chili, lime, and salt. It's very, very good. That's what we're doing.
Because you mentioned it kind of harkens back to that hibiscus margarita.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you get a little bit of that tahini rim that you might expect from that, just to tie it all together.
Yeah.
Is that what is that, lemon juice?
It's a fresh squeezed lemonade. Yeah. Both these are lemonades. So we got the...
little topper for the boys.
Yeah, there we go.
You know what I mean? A little topper for the boys.
Melt the ice down a little more. So yeah, this is your failure to communicate. And we do have moonshine flights. We're going to try something cool.
Get out of here.
We do this one and the redneck margarita, which is the original with lemonade, the tornado, and the sunset. You can get like little ones on a tray in these smaller glasses, but you get 4 of them. So
moonshine flights.
There we go. So that's good. And then this last one actually this other one that we have is called the seaplane, because the Tavares, that's their theme. It's a seaplane, the seaplane city. So they have a seaplane base over here in Lake Eustis. Also, they have a seaplane base down in downtown Tavares on Lake Dora. So so we took the idea of a paper plane, which is a very popular cocktail in the cocktail lounges nowadays, which is a bourbon cocktail with the Italian liqueurs. We take that, we make it a local cocktail with Dark Door's Spirit of the Oak bourbon. So
you have a local bourbon?
Yeah, this is from Tampa. So yeah.
Okay.
Again, it's a 2.5 hour road trip. Basically, is our kind of our circumference is where we look for to find all the local ingredients. So like the breweries, the distilleries, that we have all the local products are all within a 2.5 hour drive.
Which again, I love. If you remember the beginning of the episode, that map's right over there. You can find out exactly where things are coming from.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's good. You can find it all here, and you don't have to drink and drive 2.5 hours. So. Yeah.
That I appreciate, good sir.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so this is going to be this is we're going to chill it. It's an equal parts cocktail.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
It's good. It's actually what it is. It's finished with oak barrels, so it's very oaky.
That's what I was looking at. I'm a big bourbon guy. I come from that part of the country.
Yeah, you gotta try this. This is a really good one. Makes a great old fashioned as well.
Ooh, okay.
So we're doing equal parts of these, the Amaro and Aperol, your Italian liqueurs. Let's see. There's just a little bit of alcohol in this, not too much.
A little bit, just a touch.
And then we have simple syrup and lemon juice, fresh squeezed.
This one is the
seaplane. Again, this is Natalie's.
This is the seaplane?
This is seaplane, yeah.
And what did you say you were?
That's Natalie's lemon juice. We use the lemon and lime. We make a fresh squeezed lemonade out of the lemon juice, and then the Natalie's lime, we make the margarita mix, which is lime water, sugar, and a little bit of orange juice.
That sounds great.
Yeah. There we go. And then we have, here we go. This is your seaplanes. Beautiful drink.
Yes, sir. That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
That
and
is
then
beautiful.
we have over here somewhere, we have a little lemon twist goes in there. And voila.
Is there
There we go.
anything you can't do in here, Jim?
There we
I
go.
mean, you're a bartender. You're an art purveyor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are
Yes.
just gorgeous cocktails. And again, the fact that everything is so local. And I was thinking about this because you talk about the local fruits that get used in the moonshine,
Mhm.
right? And if you think about, I mean, listen, we're in Florida, Central Florida. It's pretty damn hot here. So when you're sitting outside, watching the water, watching the sunset, cocktails like this, I feel like are gonna really be perfect for that. Because sometimes it's not too heavy, it's light, everything you're using is crisp, that fresh citrus juice in there, the local moonshine that uses local sugars, local berries. I mean, that is your Florida cocktail when you're sitting outside checking out the water.
Yes, yes. Well, yeah, definitely. And of course, lots of beer too. And we do, this actually, we do, for the summertime, we have the liquid sunshine we make out of this. This is key lime.
That's a
gin.
cocktail called a liquid sunshine.
Oh yeah, it's delicious, yeah. It's that with elderflower, a little lemon, simple syrup. It's great. And actually, this is our pina colada rum. Siesta Keys toasted coconut rum, and it makes a pina colada with like a rich toasted coconut taste, and it's wonderful.
That sounds delicious. So all of these cocktails that you're making, I mean, of course you made some fantastic ones here, but even these other cocktails that you're mentioning, when it comes to the rums, they're all Florida local rums again, man.
Yeah,
I love it. Well, here's what we can't do. We can't end this segment without at least giving these a bit of a try, right?
Yes,
so I'm gonna do the one that's a bit like the margarita you said with the tahini rim. I'm gonna give this a shot. And this is this the blueberry? What's in this one again?
That's a hibiscus.
The hibiscus.
Hibiscus.
Oh my goodness, that's fantastic.
Okay.
That's light.
Yeah.
That's delicious.
Yeah, it kind of goes together. It all works together.
I need to put this down because we have more episode to shoot. I'll set that right there. Now, we got more food to get back to, and this is something that I think is going to be unique for a lot of people. You're utilizing sea beans for a dish here,
Yes.
which a lot of people might not be familiar with. So what are we going to be tasting next?
Well, the sea beans is Salicornia, is the Latin name, but it's superfood, really. It's rich in protein. It's in our portion, it's 13.5 grams of protein. For a plant, that's enormous. When you think of the shrimp is 20 grams. So it's like 65-70% of the same protein as meat would have. And it also it's very rich in calcium, iron, and antioxidants.
Okay,
So
great.
it's a superfood all the way through. As what we do is it is salty, because it's like a salty baby asparagus, we describe it. We saute it with some butter and onions and garlic, and then we put that with mahi or shrimp.
Okay.
The chef's going to do that with shrimp with mahi.
With the mahi today, that's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
And one thing we haven't done yet that I promise you we are going to do when we try this dish, we got to sit outside. I need to sit by this lake, man.
Yes.
I need a moment to sit out there and have a dish, check out the lake. So why don't we get out there and
Okay.
let Chef work his magic and have a seat and
Okay.
try these sea beans, which you might not have heard of them, you might not have tasted them before, but you are
they're
in
delicious.
for a treat. All right, let's head outside,
Okay,
man.
okay.
Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
My pleasure.
Well, here's what you've been waiting on. It is the view that everybody loves when you come to the fish camp. It is the lake behind us. A fantastic dish. One I've been waiting on, the sea beans. And again, you haven't had sea beans, I'm sure. Maybe you have, but very few people have. These are delicious. So, talk us through this dish, Jim.
Well, we take the Salicornia, or sea beans, and we saute them with onion and garlic and butter. We don't add any extra seasoning because of they're high in salt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they got that nice salinity salt content
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier.
So it's like a salty baby asparagus. Like a
Great.
succulent baby asparagus with a saltiness to it. That's what they taste like, and they're absolutely delicious. We love them. And then we put the mahi on top with some lemon, and it's
Beautiful.
basically that's your dish. Very simple, you know.
It's simple, but it's clean, it's fresh, and I
High in
can smell it.
Yeah, this has 30. This here has almost 40 grams of protein. And
Whoa.
and a third of that comes from the sea beans. It's very high in protein. They're very high in omega-3s and iron and in antioxidants and
Like a superfood
calcium.
almost.
It is, yeah. It's a high pH food. Very good for you.
Let's dig in, man. Let's go. Now, do you do the lemon squeeze, or is already some lemon in there? What should we do?
I would normally do to add a little the lemon to it as like that.
I'll take that.
There we go.
Beautiful.
Okay, then this is mahi. Is of course a very lean fish, so it kind of goes.
Love
straight
mahi.
If you're on a diet of any kind, this is delicious and also very healthy.
Especially with the sea bean too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that mahi's great. Mahi, I'm being honest, one of my favorite fish. That tastes fresh. It's meaty. That is a meaty piece of mahi, man. That's hearty. That eats really well.
Mahi is very lean fish, but it's only this is 125 calories. Is all your calorie content of that.
The whole plate?
You know, the whole plate is that whole plate's about 275.
That's it?
Yep. That's only because of the butter.
Man, so here's what I want to do. I'm gonna get a big old bite of sea beans here because I want everybody at home to see what they look like up close. And again, I love that you add the garlic in there, a little onion to it to just add into the flavor. And you do a great job of cooking with garlic here, by the way. You do it the right way. I love food that's fresh and made with garlic, but the way that you do it, it really fits every dish that you incorporate it with. Like we had that scampi earlier.
Yeah.
Man, that garlic tastes fresh.
Yep.
Here, I can smell that garlic already. But here's what I want you to see. Oops, when it comes to the sea bean. Everything he's talking about, man, it's bright, it's crisp, it has a nice texture to it as well. And you said you compared it to like a baby asparagus?
Yeah, like a succulent baby asparagus with a little saltiness to it.
That's oh my gosh, that's good. And you're right. You get, when you take a bite of that, you get a big burst of that salinity.
Yeah.
But not in a way, you know how sometimes you go to a restaurant and maybe they oversalt a dish?
Yeah.
This isn't that. It is a natural salinity from the sea bean itself that makes sense when you take a bite.
Yes.
But you're right, you don't really need to add any salt to it.
Yeah.
It's almost, it's something that seasons itself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
All you need to do is just add some butter, garlic, onion to flavor it.
Yeah.
But the seasoning is already built in.
Exactly.
God, that's outstanding.
Yes, we cook it with everything else so that the salt leaches out. So it's not that salty. You get that natural salt rather than a table salt kind of taste.
Can I tell you the truth? What I love the most about this is that this is incredibly healthy. You said it has like 275 calories.
Yeah.
But damn, it's good.
Oh,
this is so delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
gosh.
doesn't have to taste awful, you know?
It doesn't. I mean, look at this. Hearty piece of mahi right there. Those beautiful sea beans. And you can see the brightness of color on there too. Very bright green color on those, man. Beautiful.
And we get them from, there's a farm in Mexico that ships them up. And we also have a farm that we work with in South Carolina, Charleston area. Heron Farms, they ship it down as well. So that's been enabled us, those two sources enable us to have this all the time.
So I'm going to ask you this because I think with everything we've seen and learned today, man, you're a guy that does things the right way and you do things that are fresh, clean, again, just fresh ingredients. Why do you think there aren't many people using sea beans? What is it? Because they're delicious and the way you're preparing them, they're great, but you don't see it on menus often.
Yeah, I think they are expensive, so maybe that, we want to bring it to the people so they have the experience of the sea beans. So I think that's probably the price point. There are basically about $15 a pound, so that's kind of out of the range of some restaurants, and but they're worth it, you know.
Absolutely.
We want to bring an experience that you can't find anywhere else. So that otherwise you would just, if every experience in a restaurant was the same as every other restaurant, why would you go back there?
That's true. And you're doing it in a very unique way, top to bottom, man. I know you want to bring this to the people. I want to bring the fish camp to the people. Yeah. So where can people find you online and on social media?
Well, we have our website is fishcamponlakeeustis.com. And we're at Facebook. It's at Fish Camp FLA. You just look up Fish Camp on Lake Eustis. That'll come up on Facebook and Instagram, of course, as well. So we're there as well, and We have, you can actually sign up for our email list and get news updates every week. We have that as well, and you can make reservations through our website and all that. So.
You know, I'll tell you, if you're passing through the Central Florida area, this is definitely worth the pit stop. Not only for the view, but for the food. And a lot of times, you know, there are places that you'll go and you'll get a great meal, and the food's good, or you'll get a great view and the food's okay. You kind of pay for the view. Here, you get it all, top to bottom, freshness of dishes, unique dishes. I don't know where else you're going to see a group of Reuben. I don't know where else you're going to see sea beans and have these fresh, incredibly local flair and flavor that you do here at the fish camp. And oh, by the way, on top of that, this is your view. So when you're in Central Florida, come on by and make sure you see the team here. And I'm Greg Hudson. We'll see you on the next episode of America's Best Restaurants.